At some point it's going to end, and we're all going to end up in a place like this where we're in the ground and everything we've done in our lives is brought down to a tiny little dash between two dates on a headstone. Welcome back to Lee's Professional Channel on YouTube. Welcome to Josh's Cemetery Chats. How's everybody doing today? Today I wanted to cover a topic that it hasn't really been brought up by anybody in the comments, but it's something that I have had some people ask me over time, and it's why I like to spend time in cemeteries, especially when I'm filming. I get some really weird looks from people sometimes, so I want to talk a little bit about that today. Before we get started on that, I do want to mention that I have a new merch shop. I've got a couple of different designs in there. I'm working on new designs all the time, so if you're looking for, if you want to rep Bearheart Nation, got a couple of different shirts in there for that, so go check it out. I also want to say thank you to the patrons. I'll put the list of patrons up here. Over on Patreon, you can sign up for as low as $3 a month, and there's things like behind the scenes access, early access to videos, postcards that I mail out monthly to patrons, like that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, it really helps support the channel. Go check it out, and you also get your name in the video up here with the rest of everybody else. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So why do I like to spend time in cemeteries? So I like to film and take pictures and all kinds of different stuff, and I'll usually do goofy things, with Fred and that kind of stuff. And I get some really weird looks from people sometimes, especially if I'm in a more popular cemetery. The cemetery that I normally film at is here, the Forest Rose Cemetery here in Lancaster. And it's a pretty popular cemetery. There's a lot of people that will come walking here, commonly see people just kind of hanging out. So I don't get as many weird looks, although I still do sometimes because it's not common to film in a cemetery, especially with the setup that I've got. But I still get some weird looks from people from time to time. And to me, filming in a cemetery and hanging out in cemeteries and checking them out, not only is it a reminder of history and be able to look at some of the people that have come before me and kind of wonder at and sometimes research their stories and learn a little bit more about them, but it's also a reminder that life is short. At some point it's going to end, and we're all going to end up in a place like this where we're in the ground and everything we've done in our lives is brought down to a tiny little dash between two dates on a headstone. And so that means it's important to live every day to the fullest, to not doubt yourself so much, because a lot of people, and I used to be this way, I would doubt myself, and I would not want to do things. I wouldn't jump at opportunities because, what if it didn't work, or, any number of reasons. And over time, I've kind of gotten more and more used to the idea of, what, in 100 years, it's not going to matter because I'm not even going to be here anymore. So I need to make the most of what I have. And I was recently enlightened to a saying that I absolutely love, and I might wind up putting this on some merch or something at some point because it's a really cool saying. I've never seen a full luggage rack on a hearse. Basically saying that you can't take it with you. And that has to do with material objects, including money. A lot of people hoard money throughout their lives. And yes, while it's good to save for things like retirement, you want to set your future up for success, any one day, something could happen that could just tear it all away from you. And it won't affect you because you'll be gone, but it will affect the people that loved you, the people that you loved throughout your life. If instead of spending time with your family, for instance, you spent more time working, your company, when you're dead, they don't care. They're going to hire somebody else. Your family will miss you, and that opportunity that you had to spend time with them, that will have mattered in the end. Now, this concept hits really close to home for me in particular, and particularly because, like I've mentioned before, and I talked about it a little bit back in December when I was talking about grief around Christmas time, I lost my mom on July 4th, 2005. She just didn't wake up. And it was unexpected. She had been sick for a long time, but it was one of those deals where she had had a party for the 4th of July the day before. Nobody expected it. It was so out of the blue. And thinking about that, and that losing somebody that suddenly when you don't expect it puts a lot into perspective. And when you think about the fact that you're going to be here someday, not necessarily this particular cemetery, but you're going to be in a cemetery, you're going to be buried someday, you're going to be dead, and what's going to matter are the people that you impacted, the people that you spent time with, the things that you did, the experiences that you had with those people. That's what's going to be important. So don't spend your life hoarding money, hoarding assets, trying to come up with more ways to make more money. Spend your life with the people that you love, making every moment count. Don't take a single moment for granted, because you never know when a breath is going to be your last, when a day will be your last. You never know when you're going to go to bed and you're not going to wake up the next morning. So make every day count. One of my all-time favorite songs is a song called "Live Like You Were Dying" It's by Tim McGraw. It's a great song, but it really kind of hammers home the point of like, live every day like it's your last. Have fun, enjoy yourself, because you never know when it's going to be it. Alright, so I know I've been making some of these videos shorter lately. I've been trying to cut back a little bit just because some of the topics that I have, I don't want to drag on. I don't want to make a video 15 or 20 minutes long just for the sake of making it 15 or 20 minutes long. I want to make the videos as long as they need to be, and sometimes I think shorter is a little more digestible for people. I'm going to go ahead and what I'll do is I'll pop a video up here over Fred. He's insisted this is the new thing. He wants me to put videos over him at the end of the... I don't know. It's weird, but everybody have a great rest of your day. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.